police cause I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Okay, money, okay, money, ready, say this. I put it in front of the Billy, in front of the driver. And then sit there in the road, right, wow. I stood up.
We are across the Atlantic on the Emerald Isle as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the vibrant capital city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, so happy to be here. We are underway from Dublin, folks, in the NFL International Series. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. You look at this Steeler defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To the air with McCarthy. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. They had a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's McCarthy. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Pushing his way through. Now a hit and a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Gravity riding.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Okay.
This is 2nd and 8.
Go. Bronco 80. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19.
Hooker now on play action. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 65 catch. 18. Panther 60. Panther, go.
Now Hooker. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Steelers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Come on, come on. 70 Timberwolves.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here we go, here we go. 65.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love it.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Vikings 13. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 8 yards out. And the Vikings have cut the lead back down to 2. A try here for the extra point. And this is now a one-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 21, Vikings 20. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Ready? 60 Lions.
Right back to him on first down. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
136 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. Usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hop 70. Hop.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Ready?
It's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
19 Tigers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Look at a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Deputy Lions.
All play action. Here's Hooker.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On the give, it's Warren. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2.
19-18. Riggs. Panther 60. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler. Check smash. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing. Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on. Six, the Eagles.
Warren is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Get it.
A handoff for Warren. And this time he is in. Jaylen Warren on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 8.
Vikings 27.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they will play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
4 yards.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 6. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Okay,
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Check. Viking 18.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. Over the middle here to Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Hooker's going to throw it. That is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
That's into the hands of Oliver. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now McCarthy. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To the air again, McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 36 yards. And the Vikings are back within a couple of the lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
A loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 9 here.
3rd and 9.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. Set, hurt. Dragon 60.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
Ready
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tigers. Riggs, Riggs. Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Viking 18, Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Pioneers. Go.
Hooker to the air yet again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Panther 60, Pats ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers' first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
70, 70.
Now run with Warren. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
Running left, it's Warren. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready! Cowboy 80! Ready!
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, here we go!
Here's Warren.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 31 yards. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Vikings 33. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Brings up 2nd.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's McCarthy. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
that one good
yards.
for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Steelers.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. It just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
They'll run it. Warren trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
70 Timberwolves. Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Working out a shotgun, Hooker. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Steelers 48, Vikings 36. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy gets this to Moore. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
But it brings up 4th down.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go, here we go. Gravity Lions. Let's go.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's now 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, They really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Try to take this home. They'll run. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
2 yards.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.